At least 145 hotels registered to serve as quarantine camps in Vietnam. Data from Vietnam National Administration of Tourism shows that at least 145 2 to 5-star hotels have signed up to become quarantine areas for suspected COVID-19 patients. These hotels are mainly major cities like Hanoi Capital City, Ho Chi Minh City, Da Nang City, and localities such as Quảng Ninh, home to the UNESCO Heritage Site, Hạ Long Bay, and the Southern Industrial Hub of Đồng Nai. At Cần Giờ, according to the Municipal Department of Tourism, out of 197 cases quarantined in the districts, 75 were isolated at the Cần Giờ Hospital without fees. 43 were quarantined at the Phương Nam Hotel, 30 at the Cần Giờ Resort, and 49 at the Mangrove Resort, all paid isolation areas. At Da Nang, tourism officials in the central city of Da Nang said more than 700 hotel rooms are ready to serve as isolation camps for those returning from abroad, who will be placed under 14-day quarantine in accordance with the Health Ministry regulation. At Hạ Long Post Office Hotel is one of the hotels receive people from infected area, but those people will pay fees. While due quarantine, people will be secure conditions, activities, and supervised with health following Ministry of Public Health regulations. The Ministry of Culture, Sport and Tourism will submit the list to the National Steering Committees for COVID-19 prevention, which will select and set up the isolation facilities. Hotels used for isolation will not serve any other purpose and will ensure essential living conditions such as electricity, water, sanitation, bedrooms, and ventilations. There will be security guards at these hotels who will prevent unauthorized people from entering the establishment. Hotel staff will be trained to serve quarantining purposes, including wearing masks and restricting conversations. Local authorities will be responsible for assisting and monitoring the quarantining process at their selected hotels. Those who do not comply with the regulations will be punished.
Competent authorities are required to continue strict entry control and quarantine regulations to deter community transmission. Foreign investors, experts, skilled workers, business managers, officers, and Vietnamese students learning abroad are allowed to enter the nation, but they must comply with the nation's quarantine regulations. The government started the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to ask Vietnamese citizens abroad to implement preventive measures recommended by the host countries, and repatriation of citizens will be carried in accordance with the proper and transparent roadmap. The healthcare sector will continue maintaining fast response team to promptly handle emerging issues and continue speeding up development of COVID-19 vaccines and further improving treatment for COVID-19 patients. The government also assigned the Ministry of Health to decide and put forward the new strategy for COVID-19 prevention and control in favor of health protection and sustainable economic growth. In a bid to boost domestic tourism, the government tasked the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism to coordinate with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and relevant ministries and agencies to conduct necessary preparations for the resumption of inbound tourism and propose the time and response to gradually ease entry restrictions and to resume some of international air routes.
There is something very strange about saying thank you to a robot, isn't there? So follow us and we can show you how people apply new technologies to hospitality industry. We probably know Alibaba for its e-commerce platforms, and the Chinese tech company is branching out. It's aggressively testing and implementing tech concepts that span from retail to restaurants and even hotels. Flysu Hotel is one of the Alibaba's futuristic hotels, which is a stone throw away from its headquarters in Hangzhou, and almost everything you can imagine here is automated. Foreigners will check in the lobby as staff will come up and exit, but for Chinese nationality, they'll check in on the kiosk, or they can just check in on their phone if they actually have the app of the hotel. The staff will take our picture, so we are able to open the door and get access around the hotel by using our face recognition without key card or anything else. All the facial recognition data is only kept through the duration of a guest stay. It disappears once when get checked out. The 290-room so-called smart hotel welcomed its first guest at the end of 2018. And while we won't see as many faces at reception as a traditional hotel, there is still some staff around like housekeeping, which Alibaba says still have to use a traditional keycard to clean our room. It's getting good traction, but there are still some steps in check-in process that require us to stop at the front desk, so we haven't eliminated it. But people will adapt to it quickly if we do. For instance, some of Marriott's property in China could be eliminating the front desk check-in process. Each hotel room has one of these, and it's roughly like Alibaba answer to Amazon Alexa or Google Home. We can order water, slippers, or even room service. It can also open the curtain, turn on the television, and even dim the lights. Many of those deliveries are made by these robot butlers, except for things like soap, irons, ironing boards. This robot can call an elevator itself. It doesn't need to hit any button. Forget about our traditional hotel vending machine. We can open the airplane app instead, scan the QR code, and then it unlocks. Even the hotel restaurant is being used for the technology too. Every table has its own QR code. The hospitality industry is one of the world's top job-creating sectors. Hotel associates will always be one of the most important parts of hotel business. Besides, technology helps us to improve our efficiency and makes customers adapt to modern life.
Are you trending in the right direction? And today we are counting down the hottest travel trends for 2020. We are focusing on some of the biggest upcoming trends in tourism thanks to adventure student travel common for their selections. Number 1. DNA journeys. Get back to your roots in 2020 by following your ancestral trails wherever it may take you. Thanks to services like 23andMe and others, it's easier than ever to get visual breakdowns of your unique genetic history and own the surprising thread of the human tapestry that combine to create you. Some innovative travel companies now offer a service to plan trips based on your personal results. This travel trend is already popular and set to explode in 2020, even out a significant percentage of long-haul journeys to Scotland are from tourists specifically visiting because of their ancestral tie. Number 2. Environmental travel heading into 2020 is very worthy, even essential being conscious of the environmental impact of any trip. Tourism is estimated to be responsible for up to 1/10 of the world's carbon emissions, and climate change will have the huge repercussions for the future of global travel. Based on current projections, prime destinations like the Maldives are likely to be underwater by the end of the century. An increasing number of travelers and tour operators are looking to organize their trips more ethically and responsibly in order to compensate for the environmental impact of each holiday. Many of these trips avoid air travel and involve elements that actively offset the emissions created by your trip, including a date out planting trees at national park or volunteer work at recycling centers. Number 3. Microchips. Let's face it, we all deserve way more time off than we can afford to take looking ahead to 2020. Perhaps the solution could be embracing the snowballing trend of microchips scheduled friendly vacations geared to give travelers all the same benefits and a standard retreat at a fraction of the cost, whether you fancy a mini adventure to a nearby city or a relaxing spa weekend just out your own city. Number 4. Luxury train travel. Sit back, relax, and ride the rails. Yes, we can assure you that romance of the rail is alive, and while an increasing number of luxury train services offer the chance to take in the sight of a new land. From the comfort of 5-star locomotive accommodation, hosting lavish decor, many course meals, and excellent company. Perhaps most famous is the Golden Eagle Trans-Siberian Express, the world-rated railway journey. The moment you step on board, you will be treated like royalty throughout your journey. And honestly, it's not only luxury train travel or rates of rail tourism are gaining trendy, so it's full steam ahead into 2022.
The Sentosa Brainy Master Plan is a comprehensive blueprint to take Singapore iconic leisure destination to its next phase of growth. Located close to the central business district and immersing right the southern waterfront, the integration of Sentosa and Pulau Brani creates exciting opportunities for the visit. In Brani's new waterfront park, Maker will be played to remember the island's port heritage. State-of-art attraction will sit within a new futuristic discovery park. Guests can stroll through a range of interesting outdoor and indoor attractions, enveloped in a lush tropical landscape and experience. Arriving at the island heart, guests will be greeted by views of Mount Seraphon, framed by iconic architecture. Take a break on the shade of restful dining areas and see outdoor performances view onto the water edge. Attraction and play spaces inspired by the reef will encourage exploration and discovery. Sheltered walkways allow comfortable outdoor journeys around the water edge, linking attractions set against the backdrop of Sentosa forested reef. Deconstruct Relight provides solace, away from the city crowds, a restorative environment to immerse in natural and cultural heritage. This is Sentosa's Golden Beaches. The beach promenade will be a fun and relaxing destination for families, easily accessible by the new travel network. New bars and fairgrounds provide dining options into the night. Integrating Sentosa and Brainy Islands, the master plan illustrates the possibilities of new leisure, recreation, and tourism offerings for Singapore. Look forward to an amazing day-to-night island escape.